welcome to another edition of In Focus on Titan TV. I'm your host, Elizabeth Manzo. We're very excited to have on our show today Dr. Susan M. Cooper, the Dean of California State Fullerton, Irvine Campus. Thank you very much for being on our show today, Dr. Cooper.
It's a pleasure.
Wonderful. Now, can you tell us a little bit about your educational and work background?
I started off as a history teacher in high school, and then I finished my doctorate and went to teach at Northern Illinois University. So I've taught at different universities until I went into administration in Louisiana and California. I was at Cal State San Bernardino and Irvine Valley College, and I've been here at Cal State Fullerton for almost 3 years.
Oh, wonderful. Now, a lot of students have heard of the Irvine campus, and but some of them have not gotten an opportunity to actually take a class there. Can you tell us what is Cal State Fullerton's Irvine campus?
Cal State Fullerton's Irvine campus is a brand new campus location in the Irvine spectrum, and we just moved there in January. And previously we had been at the El Toro Marine Base for several years, and before that we had been at Saddleback College. And so the Irvine campus is actually a branch campus, the largest in the CSU, and it's been a campus since 1989. So now we are in the Irvine spectrum in a wonderful location. We're very close to the Irvine Shopping Center and close to the train in a beautiful modern new building. And we have classes for lower division students, upper division, credential for education, and graduate programs as well.
Now, what are some of the departments and programs that make up the Irvine campus?
The largest number of students attend classes from the Mahalo College of Business. And so we have a lot of business majors in accounting and finance, some in marketing and management. We have a lot of communications majors. And we also have child and adolescent studies. And we have master's programs, the MBA program. We have a master's in taxation. We have a master's in social work, which is a new program for us that just started in the fall. We have all of the education credentials and a master's degree in education. And then we also have liberal studies, and we have classes that contribute to the teaching credentials and general education classes as well.
Now, how does the faculty and staff at the Irvine campus work with students to help them, to guide them to see which career they want to go into, and ultimately when they graduate, which career path they want to go into?
Well, we start at the community colleges advising the students. We go out to the community colleges in our area, and we talk to the students about transferring to Cal State Fullerton, about what they want to do and what majors they want to go into. And so we begin that very early. In addition, we have 5 classes a semester that Irvine Valley College has on our campus. So we have an opportunity to see those students before they transfer and encourage them to see what we're about, see what our campus is like, talk to them about Cal State Fullerton, and then encourage them to enroll at our university. In addition, we advise our students. We have advising in all of the different disciplines, and we talk to the students every semester about how they're doing, staying on course to get closer to graduation. And of course, the faculty have office hours. They advise the students in the class and in their offices about their career goals. We have people come from the Career Center to talk to students and have interviews with students to get them ready for interviews for employment. And we have speakers come in, and a lot of guest speakers come in, especially from the College of Business and Communications. And they talk to the students about the kinds of jobs that are out in their fields. And so I think that we do a good job of preparing the students for what the reality of employment is. But the other thing is, a lot of our students are already employed. Many of our students are adults, older adults, and they come from a full day of working already. So some of them are trying to get a better job, some of them are trying to progress in the field they're already in, and some of them are just working in jobs to pay for school, and they want to get a different career, and that's why they come to finish their degree.
Now, with having, like you mentioned, so many adults that come in and have families and they work, do you have any organizations on campus that students can get involved, and how important is that for students to get involved on campus activities? I
think it's really important. We obviously don't have team sports like baseball and volleyball, and we don't have a large theater. If students want those types of activities, they would come to the Fullerton campus. But we do have clubs. We have ASI, which is very strong on our campus, and they have lots of activities that the students can participate in. We're beginning some different clubs. We have a Legacies Club, which has to do with our Legacies organization, which has to do with community partnership and social justice. We have an accounting group who is beginning a club on the campus, and we now have a fitness center on campus, so we have students who are working there and they're interested. We have different committees that students can serve on, and so I think as we move to this new location, we're going to open up a lot of opportunities for partnerships with the businesses in the Spectrum area in our community, and that'll give the students internship possibilities and other choices for employment and activities.
Now, what are some of the new improvements from this Irvine campus compared to the last Irvine campus?
A lot of improvements. The fitness center is beautiful. In the first, I think, week and a half, we had over 200 students sign up for the fitness center. Has locker rooms for men and women, and it's very, very nice. We have a larger library that has study rooms, separate study rooms, and new computers. One of the things that's really nice is that we have a partnership with IT here at Fullerton, and they came in during our move-in period and installed all new technology in our building. So we have beautiful flat panels like this one in the lobby. It has the schedule and all the activities for the day, so students know where to go and where meetings or classes are. There are flat panels in the library and in the student center in the student union, and we have new computers everywhere. We have services for students with disabilities, and there are special desks in all of the computer classrooms and in the library and in the TSU. The TSU is bigger, and it's very nice. There's new furniture in the TSU with a nice patio that's right outside the TSU, so it kind of flows from the library into the TSU and out into the patio so students can sit and have something to eat or study. There's a new student center that we have, which now has rooms for tutoring and also have study group rooms. So student groups can go in and reserve a room. It seats about 6 to 8, and they can reserve that time and go in and study together as cohort groups, because one of the really nice things about our campus is that because it's smaller, the students get to know each other in their classes much better, and because the classes are smaller, we have a lot of programs that are organized into cohort groups, so the students move through the program together, and it's a nice way for them to get to know the faculty even better. We have some rooms on the campus that are called huddle rooms, and they're rooms that have glass on one side, and they're study rooms with a kiosk with a computer in it, and so they're nice rooms where students can just go in and close the door and either sit by themselves or sit in a small group and study. We have little kitchenettes in the building as well, so the students can sit in the kitchenette. There are vending machines there. There's sink for adding water to their dinner microwave or something like that. We have new coffee machines, and so there's also a multi-purpose room which we didn't have before, and so it's a room where you can have events and meetings, and so we've had a lot of people scheduling some time in there already. So it's a very modern building. It's very beautiful, and I think the students like it very much.
Now, you mentioned a lot about the technologies and new amenities that the new Irvine campus has. As far as like the faculty, how does that compare to Cal State Fullerton? Is it the same faculty, or do you have other type of faculty?
We have faculty who teach at Cal State Fullerton on the Fullerton campus. We have full-time faculty and part-time faculty. Some of them teach only at the Irvine campus if they're part-time. But we have a very nice mix. It's about 60% full-time, 40% part-time faculty. So if the student happens to take a course at the Fullerton campus, they might already know that instructor from the discipline that they're in. The technology is brand new, so we have new data projectors in all of the classrooms. All the classrooms are smart classrooms. and they have interactive data projectors so that the faculty can use a laser pen on the board and can highlight or can touch the screen and move the web page, and so they're liking that very much. We have new document cameras that have replaced all of the old overhead projectors, and so we've had training for the faculty as well, and so I think they're liking those too.
Well, sounds like a great campus.
Yeah.
Now, what are some of the employment opportunities for students who are looking for a part-time job?
They could apply to work in the fitness center. They can apply to work in the library. They can work in the bookstore. And we've also hired two kinds of IT student assistants. Some are working the help desk, and they work to, if an instructor calls and they're having a question in the classroom or installing software in a computer lab. We have 3 PC computer classrooms, and we have one beautiful Macintosh classroom that has 27-inch monitors and are just beautiful, and we have an open computer lab as well. So the IT students could work in any of those environments, and then we have students who are working in the television classrooms, because we have classes that either originate here in Fullerton and then are sent to our campus by television, or we originate the class and then they come to Fullerton. And so we have students who sit in those classrooms and operate the cameras and make sure that the microphones are adjusted properly and work with the faculty.
Now, with all those great commodities, what are some of the skills and knowledge that students can gain from the Irvine campus that will make them contribute to society and help them have successful careers?
I think that the same types of knowledge and skills that they would gain at the Fullerton campus, because they're Fullerton students, they're just attending campus in a different location. We have very strong faculty who teach at Irvine and do a lot of group work and individual work with the students. They do a lot of real-time projects, so the students have the opportunity to actually interact with people and see the results of the research that they do or the team projects that they work on. We've been working with some business students for the last 3 semesters doing projects that actually help the Irvine campus in terms of marketing the campus to our surrounding spectrum merchants. We're working on a project right now with students in a business administration class to increase the number of students in activities and create activities that the students are interested in, that they would like to participate in. And so this has been a real good chance for those students to work with me as well as their instructor, to be interviewed by me, looking at their proposals and choosing the proposals we want to use. And I think that's a really good example of not just doing an assignment to do an assignment, but do an assignment that actually is going to have a result not only in the real world but at your campus as well. So I think that these are very good career building tools, the ability to write well, the ability to speak well, and be able to interact with a lot of different people. We have a very, very diverse student group on the Irvine campus, and so it gives students an opportunity to be in class with younger students, older students, more mature in age students, students who are working full-time, students who have families, students from all different ethnic and language groups, and so I think it's a really good opportunity to get prepared for the career that you want to have.
Now, right now we're going through very harsh economic times. Mm-hmm. How does the Irvine campus move forward in spite of these challenges? And what are some of the plans that the Irvine campus has in store for the future?
Well, we actively have a business roundtable, and we've been working with them for about a year, and we're encouraging businesses in our local area to become our partners, because they have not only employment opportunities, they have donation opportunities, internship opportunities for students. We're very close to 2 large hospitals, which is really advantageous for nursing students. And because we're in the middle of 6 regions of the Irvine spectrum, not just the shopping center, but 6 regions legions of businesses. There are lots of businesses who I believe will want to get involved with our campus. So it is a tough economic time. A lot of students are having to cut back on the number of units they take. The costs are going up. They're having to work more in order to afford school. But we're working, as hard as we can to have the courses that they need in order to finish and stay in school and then graduate in a timely way. We want students to stay in school and complete in the time frame that is good for them. So we're actively, seeking partners, seeking donors, talking to alumni about giving to the campus and getting involved.
Now, you mentioned becoming partners with businesses. How do you incorporate those businesses? In what ways do you incorporate the business onto the campus to help students?
We've just begun doing that because we've only been in the building for about 8 weeks now, so it's a brand new time for us. But we've already begun talking with groups like the transportation group that operates the train station and the buses in our area. And in the Spectrum, there's a very unique plan that allows people to commute easily in the Irvine Spectrum to get back and forth to work and use transportation so that they don't have to take their cars, which contributes to a greener campus and less driving and less tension when you're driving. So that's a good thing, and they've come to campus already. We're having different groups come and use our facilities, and as soon as they use the facility, then that gets them familiar with who our students are and what the campus has to offer. So we have some groups who already work with the Mahalo College of Business who are taking workshops and giving workshops in our building, and I think that's going to acquaint their businesses with our students so that they'll be able to see the advantages of working with us.
Now, what plans does the Irvine campus have in store for the future?
Well, for the future, we're buying furniture. we're equipping everything the way that we want it to be, and getting the classrooms, adding things that we would like to have in addition to just the initial move-in things that the faculty are requesting. We're increasing the training that we're going to have not only for the faculty but for students so that they'll be able to use our new bibliographic instruction room to learn about new technologies and databases, and as we have more students who are hired to do some of that work, they'll be able to also work to teach students how to use equipment and software. We're trying to expand the study groups and the tutoring so that we'll have study groups available in each of the different disciplines and hire more tutors. Tutors are another area where students can apply for work, which is one that I forgot to mention before. So as we're working with the different businesses, we're looking at what they can bring to offer to either add equipment to our building, to be able to make improvements to the building, come in and act as speakers in the classes and offer partnerships and internships and that type of thing.
Now, who are some of your influences who helped you get to where you are today?
I think I would say my parents were the most important because my parents never went to college. And so it was really important for them when they were bringing up the children in my family. I have a large family. That we all went to college, and that was a dream that they had. My father had fought in World War II and came out of that war and realized that education was really important, and he never had the chance to do that. So I think that while we were growing up, they were encouraging us and expecting us to get good grades, to go to college and have careers, and we all did. All of the children in my family did go to college and did get degrees. So I think my parents, first of all, and another person who was really important to me was my advisor when I was in the doctoral program, who encouraged me to write books and publish and teach and do all the things he knew that I would be able to do. And I think that advisors for students are so important. They give you a goal and they help you kind of realize that goal, realize it's possible for you to do things that you might not even know are possible for you, but they can see something in you that is, something really special. And I think people encouraging students, whether they're faculty, whether they're advisors, whether it's the dean. I think it's really, really important.
Now, you mentioned that you worked at San Bernardino Cal State Fullerton, Cal State San Bernardino. Actually, I went to San Bernardino Valley College.
You did?
Yes,
okay.
Definitely. Now, how has all of that experience helped you be the dean, a good dean at the Irvine campus?
I think it's been really important. I was a faculty member in teaching in high school and teaching at the university for a long time. And so knowing the insides and outsides of the classroom and what faculty need, what is important to students. When I was at Cal State San Bernardino, I worked in academic computing. I was the director of academic computing and media and distance learning. And so knowing the technology needs that students have and faculty have that are really important is important to being a good dean. And I was a dean at Irvine Valley College, and so knowing that curriculum is so important and having the right courses for students to be able to complete and what it takes to keep students in school when they have so many competing priorities. Their families are important, finances are important, working is important, and balancing all of those priorities in your life and creating a campus environment that is very nurturing and very caring and takes the time to talk to students and treat them as the important people they are is a really important thing to have on a campus. Students have a lot of choices. They can go to a lot of colleges and universities, and they will go where they are welcome and where they can get the courses they need, and they can graduate and get the degree they want to get and be treated with respect. And so that's what we try to do at Cal State Fullerton Irvine campus.
What words of advice would you give to students who are currently enrolled at Cal State Fullerton?
My advice would be to stay in school, be persistent, be prepared, come to class prepared, take the responsibility seriously. Your faculty are very well prepared and are excellent at their jobs. Work in groups and learn from the other students in class, make the most of the opportunities you have, because the people who you're working with will prepare you. You will prepare yourself to get the career you want. But it takes a lot of balancing, and it takes a lot of sleep and, hard work and discipline, and you have to stay with it, and you have to balance your priorities and not devote too much time to one thing or the other in order to get a good balance in your life. It's easy to become unbalanced by devoting too much time or too much attention to one thing. So, stay the course as far as the schedule that you've set for yourself as much as you possibly can, and realize that you have an opportunity that many people don't have who would love to be in your shoes, and just stick with the program.
Now, what words of encouragement would you give to students who are about to graduate and embark on their careers?
Right now it's a scary time, but it's a wonderful time because people are looking for individuals who are prepared, who can speak, who can write, who can compute, who can work with others on a team. And all different kinds of people are still looking for a good employee. Sometimes it isn't going to be the first job or the third job, but interview with anybody who will give you the opportunity, because you will gain so much good experience in those interviews. It will help you just in talking to people. And I think people are looking, I look in a student employee or in any kind of employee, I look for someone who can communicate with other people, who takes the time to listen to other people. And those are skills you can learn, in the university environment. It is still a good time to be out looking for a job. There are a lot of people who are making decisions about leaving their positions and retiring, and there will be a need for students who are graduating with the degrees that we give. So I think it's still, though it's a hard economic time, it's a good time to be out looking. Don't assume that this will be your only job. You'll have lots of jobs in your life, and you might switch positions or switch careers in the middle as you pursue another degree. You go for a master's degree, you go for a teaching credential. A lot of people think they know what they want when they get out of college, and they find several years down the road that it's just opened up new opportunities for them to do something new. So
it's like a stepping stone.
Exactly.
Definitely. Now, can you tell our viewers what is the importance of having a college education in today's world?
I think it's a basic. I think there's still a lot of jobs and careers that don't require a college degree, but I think for a lot of people, they see the college degree not just for the discipline you got a degree in. They presume that you are a hard worker. They presume that you're persistent. They presume that you have basic skills that they need at their employment place, at their company, that you've got a preparation that other people don't have. And I think a college degree is essential for people today in a modern world.
Most definitely. That's all the time we have for today. For more information on Cal State Fullerton's Irvine Campus, please visit their website, fullerton.edu/Irvine Campus. I'm Elizabeth Manzo, broadcaster from campus of Cal State Fullerton. This has been In Focus on Titan TV.